Now I'm hitting the wrong buttons. It's too expensive. I can't do it. Please help. These are all things that I've had viewers comment on my last spear enchantment video. In that video, I talk about the various enchantments you can put on the spear. But like I said, the problem is it's too expensive to get the best spear that you can get. So I've tested a couple ways to see if we can make it a little cheaper. My first thought was to take all the enchantments I wanted and put them on one single book. This way I'm doing less work in the long run and I should have the best enchantments ready to go, or so I thought. If you did this in creative mode and put the spear in with the enchanted book you made, it's going to cost a total of 88 levels. That's all fine and dandy, but what if you're trying to do this in survival mode? If I pop into survival mode and do the same thing, it's going to say too expensive. So that method was out. My next thought was to take the enchantments that I wanted and split them between two different books. I did leave off lunch, and I'll explain why in a second. So if I go ahead and grab those two books and two unenchanted spears of the same type, and for my example, I am just using netherite because it's the best spear that you can get, but you could do this with diamond or iron or whatever kind of spear you want. Just like before, I go to the anvil and I will take one of the spears and one of the books, and it'll only cost me a certain number of levels. For example, this one with sharpness, fire aspect, and knockback is only going to be 14. And then if I wanted to do looting, unbreaking, and mending, it's also going to be 14. That's only a total of 28 levels, and then we can combine them together into one single spear. Once I've gone ahead and combined them, if I throw them in, it's only going to cost me about 31 levels to get a really decent spear. Now, I mentioned before that I left off lunge. If you add lunge to this, it makes it too expensive. So sadly, this one cannot be on the ultimate spear, unless you're making it in creative. So when testing this, I think this one checks out. The last test I wanted to run was enchanting it first and then adding books later. If we go up to our enchantment table and we throw our spear in, we're going to see a wide variety of different enchants that we can get. As long as we have the necessary levels and lapis, we should be able to enchant this and then hopefully add on some books to make it a little cheaper. So I'm going to go ahead and get Fire Aspect 2 and hopefully we can get more. So we just got Fire Aspect 2. What if I enchant another one with Unbreaking 3? Holy cow! Okay. Well, I didn't expect that. So on that spear, we got Lunge 3, Sharpness 3, Knockback 2, Looting 2, and Unbreaking 3. So already, that is a pretty good spear to have. And I barely spent any levels. I think I had about 43. I have 37 left. Which means if I go over to our anvil and I throw that one in with, let's say, we want mending, and let's make the looting 3, just because it's going to be a little bit better. So let's throw mending on. That's only going to cost us 2 levels. And looting 3, that's going to be 7. So we were able to craft this and enchant this and have the best enchants on it for only a few levels. That is probably the cheapest way that we could get a really good spear. So when it comes down to enchanting the spear, I think depending on the route you want to take or what you have available, you can get a really decent spear for cheap, but it really depends on how you want to handle it. From these tests, I think going the enchanting route and maybe just using a grindstone to strip off the enchanting will be your best bet, because after just 2 enchants, that worked great. I hope you found this video interesting, and if you want to see my last video talking about all the enchantments and what they do for the spear, you can click this video in the top right corner. But that's all I have for today. I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya!